All right, guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Just wanted to do a quick update video for you guys, bring you up to speed with what's going on with some of the different platforms inside the Drip ecosystem. We'll also talk about crypto. Crypto has been pumping lately amidst the global market tanking. So we'll take a quick look at that. I think it was up 15% yesterday. I think today it's still up over 11+%. So very, very interesting stuff. Hopefully you guys were able to buy the dip last week when we talked a little bit about it. But the big news is the PiggyBank contract launching today. Now the time is around 11 a.m. Eastern is when they're gonna, I guess when Forex is gonna jump into the Telegram and start talking about it. Don't expect it to launch that very minute. Of course, if it does anything like the last few projects that he's done, it'll probably launch 2 or 3 hours after, but we'll be here to update you. So make sure you're plugged into our Telegram. I'll probably do another video later, but I'll definitely be in my Telegram posting updates, things of that nature. So all of that being said, of course, it goes without saying that everything I talk about is highly, highly risky. So do your own research, do your own due diligence, only put in what you can afford to lose. And again, you are going to get into these things, be prepared to ride that roller coaster. That's why I always say risk capital only. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Just wanted to mention that. Click the little bell icon, all that good stuff. So before we jump into the PiggyBank PDF right here. Now, again, this is the revised PDF. I already did a video on what the PiggyBank is going to do and the old PDF white paper. So this is not anything new. There might be 1 or 2 bullet points here that we can talk a little bit about. So I'll, it'll be pretty quick. Because again, I've already done a video on this before. Before I do that, let's jump into the market. As you can see, Bitcoin up 11.66%. It's at 44,000 and change, 44,530 right now. Ethereum up over 3,000 bucks, up over 9%. You look at pretty much every single cryptocurrency right now, with the exception of a few, of course. But you can see here, Polkadot up 10%. Avalanche up almost 12%, Cardano up over 9%, Solana 6.47%. Why is this happening with the entire global market really tanking right now because of what's going on over in Europe? Well, again, I don't know. I'm speculating as well, but you can see here, there's a bunch of stuff online that you can take a look at. It says here, why was Bitcoin up 15% today, topping 40K? Key points. I'm not going to read this article to you, but you can kind of do your own research. But says here, cryptocurrency was up 15%. Oh, excuse me, top cryptocurrency Bitcoin was up as much as 15% over the past 24 hours, going over 40,000. Possibly sanctions against Russia for its invasion of Ukraine could be driving Russian citizens to buy crypto as a way to survive the current conflict. As you guys probably already know, the currency over in Russia, the ruble, is down 30+% because of all these sanctions. So perhaps, again, I don't know, I'm not over there, but perhaps people are taking their funds. They can't even go into the market over there. The stock market is closed. They closed the stock market because it was tanking so much. People are taking what they can out and putting it into crypto. They're buying crypto with it to, if for anything else, not so much to, I guess, increase their wealth, but to hold on to the value of it, because what else can they do, right? It's dropping, the value of their currency is dropping. So, put it into cryptocurrency. Says here, the Russian Federation ranks 18th in global crypto adoption. So it's interesting to see what's happening with cryptocurrency and how crypto is kind of playing a part, or not playing a part, but it's being affected by what's going on with the world right now. Obviously with, Russia trying to buy cryptocurrency, or at least this is what this article was saying, and some other articles that I read also, it's saying the same thing. It's going to be interesting because I also saw a news clip of, I think it was Hillary Clinton. I don't know if it was Hillary Clinton, it was somebody, but they were talking about regulating crypto so that, crypto isn't an option for these people that are trying to evade these sanctions. So yeah, it's very interesting to say the least. I'm kind of fascinated by what's going to happen. Anyway, not to go off on a tangent. See here, Drip. Let's see what Drip is doing. Drip right now holding up over 90 bucks. It was at $86 yesterday, so it's a little bit up, which is good. We'll see what happens here over the next couple of days. Again, people do take out their drip and start selling it for, BUSD or pigs or whatever. Whenever there's a new launch, people will take out their dividends and, get ready for the new launch. So that might be what might be happening. But again, over the last week or so, the entire crypto market was down. So I wasn't really worried about it. Again, as long as it's paying out, as long as the faucet is paying out that 1%, I'm good, right? I mean, we got this account right here. We have another account that's, I think I will have over $500,000 in available withdrawals that I'm going to go ahead and take out. So yeah, it's doing its thing. You see here the price of pigs right now, 380 bucks. Dogs is at 65. You can see here that, this thing is still doing what it's doing. I got $551 worth of pigs here that I can harvest. Also in the single token pools, almost $2,500 worth of pigs over here in the dog staking pool. Also the Ethereum staking pool, I got about 657 bucks over here. And then the pig pen, got about $1,400 worth of BUSD dividends here that I can take out as well. And then last but not least, you can see here the drip guard is still doing its thing, 4,500 bucks here that I can either compound or withdraw. So yeah, I mean, all these different things are just, creating daily dividends for us. And this here is launching today, so we will be getting into this. Again, stay plugged into our Telegram. I'll have a link there later on. But you can see here, I know I covered this before. It says here the PiggyBank is the first ever non-inflationary variable time staking annuity. Again, expect this to be like a long-term play, just like a regular, quote unquote, real life annuity, right? Annuities aren't meant to be like 30 or 60-day things that you get into and then get out of. They're long-term, right? 6 months, 12 months, real life, quote unquote, annuities are for 5 or 10 years. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to be for 5 or 10 years, but, this is more of a longer term play, a midterm to long-term play, right? It's not something you get in and out of, a week or 30 days, right? This is more of at least for me, it's going to be more of a 6-month to 12-month play. Because again, it's very familiar with Hex, Wise, Axion, those staking type platforms. A lot of those stakes I got into, they're 12 months stakes, 18-month stakes. I got 24-month stakes that I put into those platforms. Actually, some of those 24-month stakes are actually coming up soon, so I'll probably do a video on that. But again, not to not to go off on a tangent. This is going to be a longer term. So the bigger PiggyBank combines the best elements of Hex with the best elements of Drip Garden, without the negatives of Hex, such as inflation, low APY, diluted staking rewards, linear bonuses for longer staking, and other limiting factors, right? Again, I covered this before. I'm just going to kind of review it real quick. Features of the PiggyBank is you're going to earn up to 3% a day on your principal. Now, again, it's not going to stay 3%. It says up to, so don't expect 3% a day every single day. That's not how it's going to work. Your principal is increased through a time locking multiplier, creating an extremely powerful opportunity for compound growth. Longer pays better mechanics with nonlinear, the increase in principal buying power for longer time staking. And also there's stake airdropping functions, which is going to be pretty cool. Because again, that's something that is incorporated obviously in the faucet. If you didn't watch my last video that I did right before this one, I think I did like a $20,000 airdrop. This one here, we can actually airdrop stakes that we have. So very, very interesting. Early end staking ability in case of emergency, where 100% of penalty pay goes to stakers who do not emergency end stake. If you're not familiar with those type of staking platforms, you do not want to emergency end stake because when you do, you get hit with a very hefty penalty. And that penalty, right, goes to the people that are sticking with their stakes and not unstaking, right? So you're going to stake something, only put in what you can afford to lose, because you do not want to unstake. Now, if you have to unstake, you can, but you're going to get hit with a very, very, very heavy penalty. Okay, so do not unstake any stakes that you put in, because you're gonna get wrecked. So all of that just to say there are going to be weekends that do unstake. I'm sure, things happen. There's going to be people that, put in more than they probably should be putting in. They're going to have to unstake. Those of us that stay in and do not unstake, emergency unstake, those penalties will get paid out to us, right? You can also have multiple stakes from the same wallet, very much like the ladder staking strategy that a lot of us use over at X. You can do that here. You'll have, you can have a 60-day or 90-day stake, then you layer that with a 6-month stake, then a year stake, and you can have, you can actually do, a stake every month that ends every month. So every month you have a stake that's maturing. You have you have yourself a monthly passive income from this, right? Again, we'll talk about more of those strategies later on. I'm just kind of giving you a quick review here because this thing is launching today. Here's the multiplier. I already covered this. The multiplier for time locking rewards is placed on the staker's principal, not tacked onto claimable divs at the end of the stake. Here you can see how the rewards are paid over time, okay? The bonus is not fully applied to the principal on day one of the time lock stake. It is instead applied to the principal using the above displayed distribution curve. So the way dividends are going to be paid out to your stake, it's going to be curved like this. Okay, so again, covered that already. There is going to be a referral program. Again, if you want to use my link, I'll leave it I'll leave it over in our Telegram later on. So make sure you're plugged into our Telegram. I'll leave a link for our Telegram down below. Why do you want to use my referral link? Because when I do airdrops, you'll get to play a part in that. If you don't want to use my referral link, no problem. There's many that you can choose from. Find somebody that you're happy with, and you're good to go. So again, we talked about the stake airdropping, the referral program. I definitely suggest you, refer other people. It always helps. But to get referral rewards, as we've mentioned before, you do need to have dogs. You need to have dogs, in your wallet. Is it in your wallet or staked? I think it's staked. Let me see here. All right, so yeah, I think it's staked. Okay, here's right here. It says dogs staked. So if you have 2 dogs staked, you'll get a 1% referral bonus. If you have 3 dogs staked, you'll get a 2%, 5 dogs staked, 3%, etc., etc. Most of you guys have, more than this staked anyway, so I think you guys are good to go. But it's going to help the price of dogs for you, those of you and myself that are holding dogs or staking dogs. Now, again, you can add Pig's liquidity because what goes into the staking platform is the LP token, right? Very much like farming, but it's going to be the LP token, right? The Pigs BUSD liquidity pair token. So you can actually create your LP token on PancakeSwap, or you can go right on the animal farm, right here where it says liquidity. You put add Pigs LP, and it takes you right over here. Then if you have Pigs in your wallet, you put it here, BUSD. You guys probably already know that. You create your LP token, and then that's what you're going to be staking into the PiggyBank. Okay. So again, covered this already before. It's old hat. Just wanted to do a quick review, let you know that this thing is launching. So again, the scheduled time for when Forex is gonna, I guess, jump into the Telegram is gonna be 11 a.m. Eastern, which is just over an hour from when I'm making this video. Again, don't expect it to launch at that time. I know some of you guys have work, or maybe depending on where you are in the world, it's the middle of the night. It is what it is. I mean, that's how these launches go. Sometimes it's 2 hours later, 3 hours later. I don't have an exact time, but I'll be plugged in here to keep you guys posted over on our Telegram, let you know what's going on, just in case you're not able to plug into the Telegram yourself. But yeah. Now, again, just want to end with this. If you're not familiar with staking, like hex staking or staking on, platforms like that, then don't go too heavy, right? Some of you guys don't understand how some of these contracts work, and then you go heavier than you should, and then you regret it, right? I've said it before, I've said it with the farm, I said it with the garden. If you're not too familiar with how these things work, just jump into the faucet. The faucet is set it and forget it. You get drip, you put it in there, you get you deposit drip into the faucet, you get 1% a day until you hit 365%. You can compound, you can withdraw. Very simple, easy peasy, right? With the farms, with the miners, there's a lot of different variables that go into it. I'm not saying they're bad contracts. Obviously, I'm in them. I just showed you I'm making a nice amount of dividends from all of these different contracts. But if you don't understand it too much, maybe the play for you is the faucet, or you go 50-50. I'm just saying, don't put funds into something you don't understand, or at least heavy, right? So all of that just to say this thing is getting ready to launch. Very, very excited. Yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Follow me on Telegram, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon so you'll get notified straight away whenever I do a brand new video. As always, do your own research. Only put in what you can afford to lose. I repeat, only put in what you can afford to lose. I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.